Welcome back, everybody. I'm the Dr. Bob Lee, and I'm on with Jonathan Keigher. He's the VP and Chief Clinical Compliance Officer at the New York Psychotherapy and Counseling Center. We welcome you to the show.
Thank you.
Jonathan, there's a lot going on right now. Tell us about your services amid the COVID-19 pandemic.
So New York Psychotherapy and Counseling Center provides outpatient behavioral health services to adults, children, and families in the Bronx and in Brooklyn. We run large behavioral health centers where we assess patients for mental health issues, and we provide outpatient psychotherapy and medication treatment.
Yes, and I know there's a lot of people that are going to be suffering from different ailments, PTSD being one of them. Tell us how people should contact you or try to find out how to get help.
NYPCC has an online presence, nypcc.org. They can also contact us at our main telephone number, 718-485-2100. We are open 7 days a week from 8 a.m. till 9:30 at night to be able to do assessments. We are not only providing in-person services. It's difficult to meet in person these days. We do have the ability to meet with patients by telephone and by video to do assessments and to do psychotherapy and to prescribe medications over video.
Who should call? I mean, this is a stigma to be able to call or have to call a psychologist or a psychiatrist or somebody to get some sort of help mentally. Mm-hmm. But a lot of people are reluctant to making that phone call. Mm-hmm. Who should call? And why should they be afraid to call?
Mm-hmm. There has been a reluctance historically, but one of the things we're seeing now is that more and more people are reaching out to seek help. Anyone who is experiencing depression, anxiety, increased stress levels that are impacting their ability to function should reach out to us because we can provide real solutions to them and help them overcome this. We do provide confidential services so that, their family or their friends don't need to know that they're coming for mental health services. But we have seen that the stigma has declined with this pandemic. Obviously, people who've never had mental health services now have extra stresses in their lives that they need to deal with.
Absolutely. And then, you have over 100,000 people who are dead in the U.S. from COVID-19. But it's a sad time in our country with the 100,000 lives lost. A lot of families are in isolation, and they're going to need your help.
Yes, there's a great need for grief counseling right now. We've seen the Bronx seems to have the highest rate of death within this state, and it's been a real tragedy for families. And we have provided all of our therapists and doctors with increased training in grief counseling to address these issues.
Yeah. So what were you doing before as compared to what's going on now? Have you
previously? Mm-hmm. Previously, we were only providing in-person services. So people would come in for an assessment, we would assess them, we would see what was wrong, and we would treat them only in person. We didn't have capacity to do telephone sessions or to do video sessions. But we quickly, in the middle of March, we quickly transitioned our 12,000 patients all onto online or telephone platforms to continue services without needing to come in contact and to risk exposure to the virus.
Doctor, how are you prepared for the influx of people who are going to need help?
Well, we've staffed up, we've increased our staffing levels, and we continue to hire new therapists and new doctors because we have seen an uptick in the need for services at this time. So we're continuously hiring and expanding our capacity. And we do have capacity at this point for more patients should they call.
Mm-hmm. And what should people know during this time? What message would you give them?
There will be an end to this, right? This is going to be a time-limited pandemic. life will go back. But we know that life now is difficult. There's no doubt about that. And I think one of the things people can take away is that, they should be seeking out support from family and friends. Yes, they should still be socially distancing, but continue to maintain contacts and reach out to people and help your neighbors, help your family. Often people do feel better when they're giving back to their neighbors and to their community.
So you guys provide a number of other services also. Tell us about it.
So we provide care coordination services. So individuals who have other types of needs. So whether they need help with housing, or they need help with entitlements, or they need help linking to medical providers, we do provide those services as well. And patients can, again, call our number, or they can seek us out on the web and submit a referral, and we will enroll them in the program if they're eligible, and we will help them get their housing situation under control. We help people gain employment. So we really try to help the community in many ways.
Doctor, thank you so much. Can we go to a website to find out more of what you just spoke about?
Mm-hmm. The website is nypcc.org.
Wonderful. Thank you for all your work. Thank you for what you're doing.
Thank you.
Appreciate you. Dr. Jonathan Keigher, Vice President, Chief Clinical Compliance Officer at the New York Psychotherapy and Counseling Center. Doctor, thank you so much, and stay safe.
Thank you. Thank you for having me.
Okay.
You too.
All right, we'll take a break. I've got more coming up next.